Ladies and gentlemen, what is up and welcome today to Event Review, where we're going to be chatting about the Spider-Man class trip event that we've had, the event that promised to be fairly similar to Gwenpool Goes to the Movies, but in every way kind of delivers a bit of a worse version of that quest. I would give this event probably a solid 5 out of 10, and maybe, I don't know if that's being generous, man, but it does some stuff right once you actually get into this event and bypass all the tokens and gates, then it's fairly easy to deal with. Even on epic difficulty, the difficulty is not that bad at all, and in comparison, the rewards versus the difficulty are quite good for kind of the time and effort invested once you are inside of the quest. But my problem, or should I say my annoyance with Spider-Man class trips, is they've just added in a really unnecessary double-gated system to this event, and it just doesn't really serve any purpose than to be like really tedious and a little bit time consuming. So before you can even enter a class trip, you need a ticket in order to do so, which you can purchase for shield markers, and in order to get those shield markers you need to do special objectives, and this is stuff like winning all sorts of fights for Spider-Verse champions, getting Spider-Verse champions, and this is all just, you know, an additional step that's been added. Like in the past it was like an event comes out, you can enter that event, and now it's like instead of objectives being all of these bonus rewards, let's kind of add a gate in via objectives, so you need to go to the objectives, do all the stuff there to unlock the event, and it's just a little bit tedious, a little bit unnecessary. I don't really get it, and it just serves to be a bit more of an annoyance, and especially if you're a bit of a lower tier player and you don't have access to a lot of champion crystals and you get unlucky with the 5-star or 4-star ones, you are missing out on a lot of shield markers there, and the only inclination comes to you know, from Kabam is like, you know, spend some more money, buy some more crystals there. So it's all just a little bit rubbish and unnecessary. Fair play, like having these homesick crystal shards in terms of the special rewards and objectives. I think that's like a nice bonus, but I don't think the shield markers, firstly, should even exist in the first place, because again, it's just a very unnecessary and tedious step, because you do need to get 12 of any ticket to 100% any single difficulty, and if you do accidentally like go in and not have a specific champion gate requirement, you've wasted a lot of the currency as well. And I know like many people that have tweeted me or like posted on Reddit on the forums to say that they've kind of done that and made the mistake. So yeah, it's just a really like annoying and unnecessary system. So I just wanted to flat out say that I hate it. I'm just not a fan at all. I want to see objectives used as a bonus reward, something interesting to do, not like an additional gate to get to the bonus monthly content. I think that's a very poor way to do it, and a way to make people like despise objectives even more. So I'm not a fan of that at all. And then also, once you get inside the class trips event, every single quest has 2 different champion gates, specific champion gates for every single chapter. So overall you have 8 of these, and if you're an endgame blubbery whale like me, you probably don't care. You probably don't care about those gates at all. You've got all the Spider-Verse champions, all the villains necessary to require, you know, and bypass those gates. However, if you're a bit of an up-and-comer, your alternative is to either get lucky in some of the homesick crystals and pull the champions you want, or participate in an equally, if not more tedious objective, which was only released like a day and a bit ago, to win 50 fights against a specific champion that you want the 2-star version of. Now, you know, I can maybe get like, you know, 10 to 20 fights to get a 2-star specific version, but 50 fights, like, it's just tedious. It's really tedious, and it's just very unnecessary. Like, very much like the whole concept of the shield marker and ticket system. It's just like a really stupid time-consuming gate that doesn't really make any sense. You know, you've waited to the last weak, and now you're gonna punish somebody by boring them to find a very easy version of any of these characters and fight them 50 times. So it's just a bit too much, man. It's a little bit too much. I obviously see the play. They want people to buy some Spider-Verse crystals, but it's just I don't know, it just comes across like they've set up all of these barriers as just a bit of a niggle, a little bit of a pseudo like cash grab. It's not like a direct cash grab, but it's like, hey, if you don't want to spend money, well, you're gonna have to go find Dr. Octopus in chapter 1 50 times. And it's just really boring, man. It's really boring. It's not innovative. It's not good content at all. It's fighting a 2-star champion 50 times to get a 2-star champion. So it's just boring, mate. It's just really boring. So I'm really not a fan of the double gate system. Again, call me old-fashioned, but I just liked a monthly like side quest where you could jump into the event and actually just do it, like just participate, like fight whatever there is to fight, and not have to jump through these tedious hoops as a newer and progressing player in order to do the content. It just seems like very unnecessary to me. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the class trips. And kind of my final pet peeve as well is that Epic has a legendary crystal instead of a guaranteed 5-star, man. Gwenpool Goes to the Movies was much easier in comparison. Like, it was an absolute face roll event, and also it was a year ago. And even the top difficulty of that could guarantee a 5-star champion from that crystal. So yeah, it just very sucky, very cheap move there. And the master version doesn't even guarantee a 4-star, has a chance at a you know, an 80% chance at a 3-star from the ultimate homesick there. But in comparison to the difficulty, again, once you do get in, the rewards, they are not bad for the difficulty of the actual quest, providing you have the time and energy to jump through the hoops beforehand. So that's it for my thoughts on the Spider-Man class trip event. It was like Gwenpool Goes to the Movies, but without any of the excitement or enjoyment of Gwenpool Goes to the Movies. It was just a little bit meh. It was a little bit meh, and I want to see them do some really good monthly events again, but I don't think adding in all these tedious gates and requirements and kind of double layering them up is necessarily like the best way for the game to go to make enjoyable content. Again, I might be wrong, or I might just be bitching a little bit too much, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Take care, smash that like button if you did enjoy today's video, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.